Yeah, I mean, I remember I was very scared, very nervous. I remember I couldn't sleep, but I'm going to sleep just fine tonight. Because, I mean, it is what it is. And I'm very confident in myself this go around, and confident in my team, too.
We're going to go to our right with Chaz, and then we'll go to Misha next.
Hey, Bree, over here. Chaz Frazier, ABC Columbia. Last night I asked Dawn about you and your contributions. She likes to call you you're in her all-five defensive team. And she also said you're just playing free, like you alluded to, because it's over Sunday, win or lose. So describe how knowing the end of the road is near is allowing you to play so free.
I think it's just, I mean, you literally said it, like just knowing that the game, that my college career will be over on Sunday. So I just have to go out there and play. Just play free, play confident. Like, my confidence is at an all-time high, and I feel like I believe in my team. It's not just me, but, I believe in my team, and I believe in, everything that our coaching staff is doing. So I just feel like playing confident is going to be very key.
We're going to go to our left. Misha, if you could raise your hand.
Hey, Bree, Misha Jones with Rising Media Stars. You said recently that you're a crash out. First of all, how do you think that impacts your game overall, and what does that mean to you heading into tomorrow? How is that going to help you?
I think it just helps me with my competitiveness. I take a lot of pride in my defense, and I take a lot of pride in to say, like, I'm not trying to block nobody's shot. I'm not trying to have the biggest block. I'm not trying to have the greatest steal. I'm just trying to make whoever I'm guarding as inefficient as possible. And I think my crashing out kind of plays into that, because I'm just like I have to stop them. I have to stop them, and I'll do whatever it takes to do it.
We want to go to our middle. Chloe, can you raise your hand? Cora, excuse me. Can you raise your hand so they can get to you?
Bree, you were a freshman on the 2022 National Championship team. You had a bigger role the next year when you guys tried to repeat in 2023. What do you feel like you learned from that season trying to repeat that, will help you this year? And is there any advice you're kind of giving the younger teammates about maybe what you guys don't want to do this time or how you want to do it differently?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the biggest thing for me is being a leader. I'm communicating. I'm telling them, what I see, what they need to be doing when they're subbed into the game. I think also that I'm just feeling like I have to do more than just play defense in this game. Like, it's got to be. I have to be everywhere. I have to look to score. I have to play defense. I have to help my teammates in little things on what they should do on the court. But I think from the 2023 season to this season, I feel like it's just going to be those little things that's going to really matter, and knowing that every team is going to want to do the little things as well.
I'm going to stay to our left. If you could pass the mic in that row.
Hey, Bree, Kendall, Rising Media Stars. I know you just said you take a lot of pride in your defense, and as you all do as a team. How do you think you're approaching this game tomorrow differently than how you played UConn the first time?
I mean that game was just not who we are. It wasn't our standard. So I think it's just going to be important for us to play up to our standard. I feel like we're gelling together at the right time. A lot of people were saying that, they don't believe in us and these different type of things. But I feel like yesterday we really showed that we can really gel together. And at first it was, the first part of the tournament was not really all together, but I feel like we're coming together now.
We're going to go to our right here. If you could raise your hand in the white next to Doug.
Hi, Bree, Alanis Timms with the AP. How big was it to see Joyce kind of have the breakout game that she had last night? And, there's so much experience on this team, but for her, how much of an X factor can she be tomorrow?
Oh, she can be a huge X factor. I was so happy to see her have that breakout game because, it's been hard for her this tournament just to really go off. But the way that she went off, and it wasn't just her scoring, her rebounding, her passing, it was incredible to see. And I'm so glad because we really did try to pour into her and boost her confidence. I feel like she was shaken a little bit at the beginning of the tournament. And she went out there and played how she played last night. It was great.
We're going to stay on this side. We'll go Michael, then we'll go Nancy.
Michael Vopel, ESPN.com. Bree, particularly facing Izzy Fudd and Paige Beckers. Can you talk about what you guys have to do? You've played a lot of dynamic guards, and you've guarded a lot of them. What do you have to do sort of to, in somewhat, contain those two if you can?
I'm not going to tell what we're going to do. That was a trick question. But, we're just going to have to stay disciplined to the game plan. I don't want to say. I'm sorry.
We'll take our next question, Nancy.
Nancy Emmer, USA Today Sports. Bree, when you mentioned that that your career is over one way or another tomorrow, how do you manage those emotions, knowing that, you've won a national title, but, when you know that this is it and that's what's on the line?
To be completely honest, I'm not thinking about that at all. I just want to win. Like, I'm just so laser focused on winning. I can't even think about the fact that my season, like my college career, will be ending tomorrow, regardless of how it turns out. But like I said, I'm just focused on winning. I don't know if I can really fathom the idea of that. It'll be over tomorrow.
We'll go right here.
Hi, Bree. Donald Morey from the Hartford Current. I wanted to ask you if you had the opportunity to meet Sarah Strong when she visited South Carolina, and what your impressions were, and if you thought maybe she might be leaning towards staying close to home.
I did not get to meet Sarah Strong, but I mean, I will say, based off of the interview, she seems like a very, very sweet girl, very, very nice and sweet girl.
We're going to come right back around. If you could raise your hand with the sunglasses as you are shifting past Kareem. You're next. And then we'll come to you, Doug.
Lindsay Gibbs with Power Plays. Bree, you've got a lot of NIL deals this time of year. How do you juggle that and manage that? And how have you seen the attention around NIL and the amount of deals coming your way change over the past few years?
Yeah, I mean, of course, when you start playing more, you get more deals. That's one thing for sure. But the types of deals are just amazing. I love to see these companies pour into athletes. I will say I would love more makeup companies to pour into athletes because I wear makeup and I do get ready with me. So, but I will say, I mean, NIL is a great thing. I'm so glad that it's happening right now. It should have happened a while back, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, what was the first question? I'm sorry.
Just how do you juggle it all like this time?
Oh yeah. I mean, It is hard, and I do a really good job. My agency does a really good job with making me do bulk things in bulk. So if I have a whole bunch of posts that I have to do, then we'll just take a whole day, record everything that I need to record, and then post. They'll post them for me, or I'll post them.
We'll take our next question from Doug. We'll go to the back with Sabrina, and then we'll make our way back over.
Thanks. Doug Feinberg, the AP. Bree, can you just talk about your relationship with Coach and how it's grown over the last few years and what makes her so special for you guys and for the game of women's basketball?
I mean, golly, she's an amazing woman. The things that she's done for women's basketball is incredible. My relationship with her has really grown and tremendously, honestly. She has really just stepped up big into my life. She is always there for me, and it's not just me. She's there for all of us. I mean, you guys can see the relationship that we have with her. You guys call it Dawn's daycare, so clearly we love her. I mean, she's always there. You can come in her office anytime, text her about anything. And I mean, the type of coach that she is incredible. I think I've told a lot of people that, at halftime, let's just say we're down, she's coming in there, she has a calm energy. She's telling us we can do it. But the best thing about our team too with that is that she already knows that we're going to be talking to each other in at halftime about what we need to do differently out there or what we're seeing. So she doesn't have to do too much on that part, but her calm energy, her confidence in us is very essential to our team.
We're going to stay to our right, all the way in the back. Sabrina, if you could raise your hand so that Bree can see you. Yep.
Hey, Bree, Sirit Sohi from The Ringer. You got to play with the freshies, and now you're also part of this Dawn's daycare team. I'm curious how you've seen Dawn. She's talked a lot about adapting, her coaching style. What's your perspective on that, and what just makes her so adaptable?
It's so funny because me, Raven, and Tanai always talk about this because we're like my freshman year when it was the freshies, she would not do some of the stuff that she does now. But I'm glad that she's adapted to us. She's realized that we're just a young, outgoing team that just wants to win. We can have fun. We can play around. We might be a little immature sometimes, but I mean, a little childish, I guess. But that's what makes us fun to be around. But I'm just glad that she's adapted. That team was a very mature, very grown group, and they helped us. I feel like they helped the ones that were on that team. So me, Sanaya, and Raven, they really helped us. They really molded us to be vets on the court in that aspect, and then still have fun off the court.
Going to shift to our left. We'll go Jalen. We'll come back over here to Joey, and then go back over.
Hi, Bree. Jalen Johnson, Rising Media Stars. I know we always, as media, usually ask you to reflect at the end of the season about what this team and this group means to you, but I would like you to do that now with even so much ahead of you, so you have maybe more of a clear head to do so.
Wait, say that one more time. What do you want me?
Just like reflect on why this group is special.
Ooh, I think it's just the way we're so connected. I mean, this group is one of a kind. It's like family. Like, seriously, it really is. The way that we have each other's back, the way that we communicate with each other, the way that we hang out, and we don't even just, it's not just, mandatory stuff that we have to do. Like, we're hanging out outside of that, all together, always together. And it's nice to be on a team like that because a lot of people don't have a team where they can all just be so connected on and off the court.
Shift back to our right.
Joey Johnston from the Tampa Bay Sports Commission. Bree, I know most of your time is spent in the gym or at the hotel at this event, but from the time you got off the plane to now, have you experienced some things? Do you have any sense for the vibe in town and what this event's been like for not only the players, but for all the fans here?
Yeah, we went to the mall, actually, when we first landed here, and we were so happy with the mall because the mall that we have is not like Tampa's, I will say. It is not like Tampa, which is fine. But, being able to shop, it was great. We had a great time, ate some food there. But Tampa is a very beautiful city, I will say. I was like, dang, I would want to live here maybe one day.
We're going to go back to our left.
Hey, Bree, Maya Ellison with Rising Media Stars. You all are a fun group, like you've said, and you bring the energy, and not only is it felt on the court, but with the fans in the stands who have traveled thousands of miles to see you all. How have the fans played an intricate part in you all's game and you all just being here in the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, their support is crazy. I mean, you guys see it. They're all out in the crowd. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to come. Well, I say at our house when we're at the Colonial Life Arena, it's always hard to come there and play. They play just such a huge role in how we play. Honestly, we feed off of their energy. So, yeah.
We're going to take our next question in the yellow. If you could raise your hand, and we'll come up to the front for Dave and then work our way back around.
Thanks. Thanks, Bree. Josh Simon from College Basketball Corner. Especially with a team that is as talented as you all are, it's not often that everyone sort of comes together and, like you said, plays confident, locks in on defense, is able to withstand other teams making runs. I know you said, your group is special and well-connected. What is it, though, about that makes you guys play so unselfishly together?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is that Coach recruits people that want to play unselfish. I mean, when you come in here, she's very honest. Like, you're not going to be just the person. We got a team full of people that can also play. And if you're committed to that, I think you're committed to that from the start. So it's just kind of naturally in a lot of us, honestly. Like, we came here, we wanted to win. Like, it wasn't, we came here looking for awards, accolades. Like, if it comes, it comes. It's that type of thing.
I'll stay front center.
And David Cloninger, Post and Courier. Bree, you played with Raven for 4 years now. She's the one who coined the Revenge Tour last year, the Repeat Tour last year. How much do you think she wants this one, and have you seen any change in her demeanor now that this chance is finally here?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, this is the biggest game, and just knowing that we have a lot of things on the line for this game. I mean, she's locked in. She's super focused, super focused. I don't know if I've seen her this locked in a while because she is just quite. What's the word? She's just Raven. Lord have mercy, my God. But when it's like time to play, she's so focused. My goodness. But I mean, just seeing her just locked in the way that she is in practice has been really great to see, and we definitely need it going into this game.
We're going to stay on our right if you could raise your hand, and then we'll go to the back to Ben and then work our way back up.
Alan Cole, GamecockScoop.com. Tahina said yesterday you guys shouldn't be used to slow starts because you need to be playing better in the first quarter, but you are used to it. Are you seeing anything with these first quarters, and do you remember anything about that for start last year? We were down 10-0 off the tip in the title game and came back.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Tahina was talking about slow starts yesterday, how you guys can't get used to that. Just assume you're going to come back. And what do you think about the first quarters? And do you remember anything about being down 10-0 last year in the title game?
Yeah, we do. And the beautiful thing about this team is that we're so poised. And when we are, having a situation like that where we're down, we're like, we're good. We got this. And our coach is also telling us that she believes in us. So we just try to stay calm and remember that we have defense to rely on. Yeah.
We'll stay to the back. Ben, if you could raise your hand so she can see you.
Hey, Ben Pickman from The Athletic. Just what do you remember about your approach and how you were feeling leading into the 2022 national championship game with UConn? Do you remember anything from
Oh my
that?
gosh, yes. I had to take melatonin because I couldn't even sleep. My goodness. But I don't think I'm gonna have to do that this year. Like, I'm just confident. Like, the way that I was so stressed, and I tell myself, like, if I'm super stressed out, then it will not work out for me. So I feel like it's just best for me to just go to bed, relax, maybe play some meditation music, I don't know, just to really relax my body. And then go out there and play. I mean, like I said, in 2022, I was just a freshman, so I was very nervous.
We'll come up to the front. Ava, I'll get to you next. We have one up in this front row, and then we'll work our way back. Keep coming. Right here.
Hi, Bree. Colin from Front Office Sports. You're a veteran of the tournament now, but you've seen there's been a lot of changes in the tournament since you've come, evolution in the schedule, formats. I'd like to know your thoughts on kind of what the differences have been through your experiences and also how you think it could be improved on, or what are the things that you think are opportunities as well moving forward for the rest of the players that are going to continue here.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that one more time. I started thinking about something else.
So you're a veteran of the tournament, right? And it's evolved a lot from the scheduling, formats, and the way that they treat the players over the last 4 years. I'm curious, what are the changes you've seen from the beginning up until now, and then as well, opportunities moving forward.
The way that we've been treated,
right, as players, and
by,
just
like, who?
the experience as by the NCAA, as fans, everything.
Yeah, I mean, the experience has been amazing, just to see over the last 4 years how consistent it's been too. Just a lot of the gift suite and the different things that we get, it's just been great, high quality things. I'm just blessed that I've been able to see like the consistency throughout the last 4 years of the NCAA tournament, especially since I think that was in, 2018 or whatever that was, or 2019. I don't know, when it was like a huge deal during COVID of the way that women were treated compared to the men's tournament. So I'm just really glad to see the growth, honestly.
We're going to stay to our left. Excuse me, that's our right. We're going to stay to our right.
Hi, Bree. Ava Wallace from the Washington Post. I'm sorry if someone has asked about your depth already, but what does that feel like for you guys on court? Like, are your legs a little fresher at this? I'm sure they're dead anyways, but like at this time of the season, do you feel like you can go harder in games? Is it more comfortable when you're like, okay, I missed a couple shots, it's not matter? How does that kind of play itself out for you guys?
Yeah, if we're being truly honest, I go in the game, and I think a lot of us go into the game, like completely exert ourselves. We have a bench that can play. So go out there and play as hard as you need to play, and then you can rest. And your team, knowing that your team is going to take care of business when they sub in, it's a very comforting feeling. And like I said, not a lot of people can have that type of comfort with the bench coming in and knowing that they're going to handle business. So it's very comforting. We trust each other. We trust our bench. We trust what they do. So it's a great feeling.
Shift to our left. Misha, you guys had some questions in that group.
So last night or yesterday, Miriam Dowda hits a three in the waning moments of that game. A lot of us, we don't get to see the behind the scenes. So what is her fingerprint and her impact on this team? And why were y'all so lit after she hit that three?
Well, to be truly honest, she came here and that's what she, typically does is shoot threes as opposed. But I feel like there was a slump where she kind of had lost her confidence. But just to see her hit that three, it was just such a joyful moment. Just so proud of her. And this is the biggest stage she's ever played on, ever. And just to see her go out there and knock down the three, but not just the three was like the icing on the cake, to be truly honest, because she went out there and played amazing, like incredible. She had some big minutes. But when she hit the three, it was like, oh my God, like this is like perfect. This is like playing out so perfectly.
We're going to stay to our left.
Shantiana Keys, Rising Media Stars. Raven talked to us about the Seatbelt Gang, and you're a member of that, of course. What are the actual requirements of being in South Carolina Seatbelt Gang?
Okay, so that's a great question. Because now it done changed a whole bunch of times. Because yesterday I said in the interview that Tessa was a part of the Seatbelt Game, but then Lay said she needed to get 4 steals in one game to be a part of the Seatbelt Game. And I'm like, now where is this rule coming from? She was like, I don't know, I just said something. And I'm like, okay, like, so to be truly honest, I don't really know what it takes. We just feel like you got to be a part, like, you got to show it, and you got to show it consistently, too.
Who chooses? Is it you and Raven, or no?
We're both captains, but who chooses? I don't know. I don't know. We just say you're part of Seatbelt Gang if you do great, to be honest. But Lay saying 4 steals, I'm like, I don't even know if I've gotten 4 steals in a game, so should I be a part of it? Like, what?
We're going to go to our right with Rob. Rob, can you raise your hand? You're a little bit behind the column. I want to make sure she can see you.
Hey, Bree, how you doing? Rob Knox from The Next. What impressed you about Coach Staley after the UConn game the first time, as far as a message, action, or anything that she did or said following that game that you look back on like, wow, Coach, she kind of didn't say a lot to us. She maybe just let us figure it out.
The UConn game this year, or when we played them in the championship?
2 months ago. And down in y'all place, after y'all lost that game, what impressed you maybe, like how she handled that game or said something to y'all? Maybe she gave y'all a long speech, or she didn't give y'all a long speech. Maybe she didn't talk, maybe she let y'all figure it out.
If I remember correctly, I don't think she really gave us a long speech. I mean, she already knew that wasn't our standard. So, I mean, she doesn't really ever have to feel like she has to harp on things with us. Like, we already beat ourselves up. Like, we're very competitive. So to go out there and lose the way that we did, she already knew we were talking to ourselves, talking to each other about what we needed to do differently. I know she said, I mean, if I remember correctly, I know she said this wasn't our standard and that we had to do better. But, I mean, she wasn't, like, dragging us or anything crazy like that.
Want to stay to our right?
Hi, Bree. Maddie Kenny with the New York Post. Pao Pao was talking a little bit about the senior group chat that you guys have and how it was blowing up after the Final Four win, just about how you guys feel like you got this. Can you kind of elaborate on what all is being said and how the seniors are really about, like, standing together in this?
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge game for us. Lots of things on the line. I mean, our group chat is lots of talking. It's not just in the group chat. We're talking in practice, what we need to do in film. We're asking tons of questions just to make sure we're all staying on the right track and staying on the same page. But, I mean, the biggest thing that we've been saying is that we believe. So somebody misses a shot, it's like, it's okay. Like, we're positive reinforcement all through practice. And we've just been like, literally, like, I'm not joking. We'll literally be in practice screaming, I believe. Like, if it's a missed shot, it's a make shot. And I've been saying, like, I'm going to just go out there and die trying. Like, we have to go out there and exert every ounce of energy.
We'll go to Mackenzie, then we'll come back over to you, Andre.
Mackenzie Wolford, USA Today Sports. Bree, there was a moment yesterday. There was a moment yesterday where you obviously hit the 3 and then you tripped a little bit running back in transition. But then you laughed it off all the way down the court. What does that say about the joy that this team is playing with right now?
Well, I mean, it says a lot. Like, we goof around. Clearly, it was a very goofy moment. Like, and then I tried to look back at the video. Like, what did I even trip over? But I didn't trip over anything. But it says a lot. I mean, like, we're literally called Dawn's Daycare. So, like, we're always laughing. You saw Coach laughing. Like, it just really goes to show that we are a very fun group, a very young group. Like, it is serious. Like, I wouldn't say nothing is serious. And we know when to be serious, but that moment like that, like, you can definitely laugh.
Andrea Adelson with ESPN.com. Bree, I'm sorry if you were asked this earlier, but how much did you want a rematch with UConn after the first game with them, and what do you feel like you've learned since then that'll help you in this one?
I mean, we've learned a lot. We've definitely gelled together in different things. Our defense has definitely improved since that game. To be truly honest, we didn't really care which team we played because they both beat us. So it's like we got to get back on this. So it wasn't really like we want UConn type of thing. It was just like either way it goes, like, we want to definitely come away with a win.
Take our next question.
Alan Cole, GamecockScoop.com. Sorry if you've been asked this too, but tomorrow's your last game here. Have you thought about your legacy and kind of the place you have in South Carolina women's basketball history just as an individual or your senior class before you wrap this up tomorrow?
No. No, I don't want to think about that. No, I think I told somebody else, but I'm just so focused on winning. Like, after we win, then I can maybe think about that. But even then, I don't know if I'll still really realize like what it really means and what we've done at South Carolina as a senior class.
Any additional questions for Bree? Go back to you, Ava.
Bree, you were talking about the unselfishness that you guys kind of all come into South Carolina with. When you're being recruited and you're McDonald's All-American, Jordan Band Classic, all that kind of recruit and everything like that, was there ever a debate in your mind, or do you feel like in your teammates' mind between like, okay, I could go to a program, be a part of something, sit on the bench maybe a couple of years, but win a title, and like maybe I could go someplace different, be the face of that program, be the one star? Like, was that ever in your mind?
No, actually, it truly was never in my mind, and I'll explain why. When I was getting recruited, I just wanted to win. Like, that's all I really cared about. I wanted to be with other great players because I felt like I just felt like it was going to be really difficult just having one sole person trying to win it all. I wanted to be around great pieces, and I just wanted to win. Like, I don't know how else to really explain it. And in high school, I was like the person on our team, and I felt like it just was really, really hard to win. And I think every year in my high school season, I'm pretty sure we like lost at the like Elite Eight, if that's the right way to put it. Elite Eight or maybe Sweet 16, either one of those. And I was just so tired of it. I was so tired, and I wanted to be around other people that were great too.
We'll see if we can get these last three in. We're going to go Andrea, Ben, Judy.
Bree, it feels like you guys get a lot of fuel from people doubting you, and there were some doubters after the first UConn loss. Why is it? Why are you guys kind of fueled and driven by people who maybe don't believe that you could get back to the spot?
It's great. I mean, people don't expect us to win, so we just make that fuel to the fire. I mean, I feel like any athlete is like that. It's like a competitive nature. I mean, like, when somebody doubts you, you automatically are like, oh, I want to go prove them wrong. So it's that type of thing.
Ben?
Just what do you remember about the Tuesday practice after the UConn loss? Were you nervous? How much running did you do? What do you remember about that workout in particular?
Well, for starters, our coach does not like run us to death. Like, I know people think that, like, I've seen comments and they're like, oh, like, I know they did like 100 sprints after that. Like, no, we did not. We just got back to what we do best. We made some emphasis on different things that we needed to do differently. She was yelling, but like, other than that, I mean, every coach yells, but it was definitely not like running and all that type of thing.
We'll take our final question from Judy.
Thank you so much. Bree, I just want you to take me back to your first phone call from Coach Staley when she was recruiting you, and talk a little bit about how your relationship has grown over the years and the biggest lessons that you've learned from her.
Well, first, we actually just told her this, but we were like, I think we were talking to her about like recruiting when we were getting recruited, and it was like me, Lay, and Ash, and we were saying like we was nervous to talk to her because it's like Dawn Staley, like, come on now. And I was nervous. I was scared, even though she wanted to talk to me. I don't even know what I was so nervous about, my goodness. But I was very nervous, and I'm just so glad that our relationship has grown the way that it has since then. I'm so glad I trusted the process too, which I feel like is sometimes hard for other people. But I'm so glad I trusted her process. I'm glad I trusted her plan, and just to see where I am now. And she told me like she believed that I would get to this point in my career. And I'm just so happy. I'm so glad that I chose to be here.